Hello, hello, and welcome to Monday Night Live. It's Yvonne here from Women's Fitness Adventures. Thank you so much for joining me. It is the end of June. Can you believe that? And if there's one thing we keep on learning is that time does not stand still. Time moves really fast, and that we need to make the most of every day. And for those members who are in our book club and our current book, Adventurous Spirit, you will know that a common theme in the book is making the most of every day. So welcome to Monday Night Live. It's Yvonne here, the founder and CEO of Women's Fitness Adventures. I am getting excited. Today's been a topsy-turvy day, and I'll explain why in a moment. But as I mentioned last week, in our lead up to Showcase, which is on August 2nd for our members, Showcase is all about us unveiling our multi-day adventures for next year. Now, that's only part of what we do. So I'm going to share a little bit about that and how we need to, well, how can we work out if the adventure is right for us? And there's things that we can do so that we don't have that, oh shit moment after, I can say that on Facebook, after we've booked something, or that we are just paralyzed by fear and, decide not to do anything at all. Or if we just figure out that multi-days aren't for us and how to do that. And there's things that we can start thinking about now in our heads, whether we're seasoned hikers or whether we are wanting to get into the hiking journey wherever we're at. So there's a fair bit that we can do. So some of you members are ahead of me already, if you are letting me know where you're from. So we're from Sydney, we're from the Sunshine Coast, we're from way out west in Queensland. There's a song about that, way out west where the sun don't shine. Yes, I'm not a singer. So if you are watching, please let me know. Dismal wet Adelaide. Yeah, I know, Susan. And I was chatting to, as you know, we're on the Great Ocean Road 10 days ago, and I was chatting to one of our members who lives down there, and here I am in sunny Queensland basking in the sunshine. And I will tell you about my topsy-turvy day in a moment, because I was actually down at the beach this morning and on the Gold Coast. And oh my goodness, how glorious was that? But I'll share about that in just a moment. So and hello, Sandra, as well. If you are watching for the very first time and this is your new, this is all new news to you, then welcome. Please say hi where you're watching from. We can't see you until you actually put a little comment there. So tonight I am going to talk about planning versus the doing, and why sometimes we have all the best intentions and then we get sidetracked. But before I do that, I'm going to share about my day. I'm not rubbing it in, Suze. I'm just letting you know how it is. And hi, Francis. Yes, from absolutely stunning Brisbane, though it is cold when you're inside. So today, the end of June, my son is at university. So he is on got a grant project and chosen, and has headed off to Japan for 3 weeks. So he flew out of the Gold Coast this morning. So instead of my regular hiking, which has thrown my whole day into disarray because I'm so used to Monday starting my day off with movement, I took him down to the Gold Coast airport, and we had some breakfast down there, and he flew out of there. And then, of course, today is the day that the biggest music artist in the world released her tickets, the Taylor Swift concert I'm talking about. 3 concerts in Australia. Over 1 million people had registered their interest. And I tried to get online at the beach, sitting there at a table looking over the beach, tried to get online to buy tickets. And no, I was not successful. It was the pre-release today. And my daughter, it's for my daughter mainly. She's a huge Taylor Swift fan. And no, I tried for the Sydney session at 10 a.m. and I drove myself home and tried again for the 2 a.m. session and still was not successful. So it was a topsy-turvy kind of day. I've kind of got the jitters because I didn't start my day off with my routine, even though I did some beautiful things with my family. And I have just not settled today. So anyway, that really segues quite well into planning versus doing for any hiking that we do. And we were talking, we had a hike yesterday in Brisbane, and we were talking about preparation and accidents and things like that. Not that there was any accidents or anything, but just how can we prepare ourselves and be more confident for our hiking? And a lot of it comes down to the preparation. A lot of it comes down to, and our members will know this, of what we do in the steps preceding when we head out on our hiking days, our hiking adventures, and making sure that we have all the preparation. Yeah, everyone's now saying where they're cold and not cold, and hi Ronnie and hi Kerry. And it is that, as with anything, in the workforce, in how we show up in life, it's the prior preparation, that prevents poor performance. That one's been around forever. But the planning versus the doing, we can often get carried away. And when we reveal our showcase, and if you've been on our site, you're starting to see some of the expressions of interest being put up there, it's really easy to get carried away with the location and falling in love with the location. And, falling in love with the idea of hiking in where we go next year. One of them is Crete. So hiking the beautiful Greek island of Crete, and each day we hike, and then we have, time in the afternoon around the Mediterranean for swimming, and, some Greek food and Greek beverages, and little tiny villages that aren't overwhelmed with people. And that's a dream. That's a beautiful dream. But it's falling in love with that dream and then doing something with the dream, because anyone can fall in love with hiking. The idea on the trail yesterday, I bumped into some people that were training for Kokoda and in New Guinea. And I've done Kokoda twice, and they, what's it like? Can you give me any tips? Can you blah, 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 which are all questions that should have been asked up front. Because when you ask those questions up front, you can then go, yes, I'm in love with the idea, but it's not for me. Or I'm in love with the idea and I'm in love with the training that's going to help me be adventure ready for that hike. And it's the same, no matter whether it's a multi-day or whether it's a single day hike. You can be in love with the idea of it, but then you also have to be in love with the doing of it as well. And hi, Meg. Yes, I think we took the warm weather. We stole it from Melbourne when we left 10 days ago. So what am I talking about, really? What am I talking about, the planning versus the doing? So when you see something that you like, if you see a hiking holiday that you want to do, or you see, maybe there's a group that you want to go with, and you're a group of friends, and you find a trail that you like, a lot of it is to, the difference between enjoying or enduring and success or, yeah, I did it, it all comes down to the preparation. And it's really about, choosing the adventure that excites you, but choosing one that is not so far beyond your current reach that you're going out on a limb and hoping that your fitness level will get you there, because you don't have the time to do the training. And roughly 60% of roughly 40% of people who go, not on ours, on hiking holidays, don't complete it. And the reason they don't complete it is that they haven't matched their expectations to the adventure and ask the detail, ask the information. So when we do showcase, we will be going through all of this. Who is it for? Why is it for that? What skills do you need to have? How do I get from here to here? And I know our members will be doing a fair bit of work with you pre-showcase, but it's okay. And then how do I get my mindset into that place? So, the pre-travel preparation, knowing what you and I was reading a company, I won't say who they are, their website today, and I know the trail, and the description of the trail did not match what happens out there. So it is a question of knowing the questions to ask as well. So having faith and having confidence in who you're going with really is into that preparation and that planning as well. So, in my preparation, do I need to be able to scramble over rocks? Do I need, there's a lot of organizations that are promoting pack-free walking holidays, but you still need to take your lunch, you still need to take a water bottle, you still need to take a raincoat. I'm not sure what you put it in if it's not in a pack. So they're questions that I would be asking as well. So it comes down to all this preparation just around those questions, getting those right in your head as well. But then it's really evaluating. And if you guys have got questions, please ask them, because I can talk about this forever, and I probably have, but just in a different slant, or if you agree or disagree. But it's also about critically assessing your fitness levels. So if you, are really in love with the idea of hiking, the Overland Track in Tasmania, which is a beautiful track, but it's a hard track, especially if you do it in winter with a full pack. Is okay if you're currently here and have only ever done maybe a 2-day, back-to-back walking holiday, or you've never done a full pack, or you've never, done a cold climate, then assess that and go, okay, well, I'm here and this is what I need to get here. And really assess, and this is where it is all about you and your lifestyle and what you can realistically make a priority in your life. And I know some of you on here tonight, I'm really looking forward to it, are doing our Adventure Ready hiking course, Adventure Ready for Hiking, and we are really going to dig deep into a lot of this stuff tonight. So how we make sure that the adventures you're booked on or about to book on can get you from where you are to where you need to be. So we're going to go deep into that tonight. But, quite often, it will become, if our fitness level doesn't match what we want to do, and we go, I'm fine, I'll do the training, and then partway along, life has the hiccup and we don't get the training done. All of a sudden, it's too hard. We're looking for an out. We don't want to do the hard work. Even maybe back at the beginning, I'm in love with the idea of going to just for example, base camp. But really, am I in love with it because I don't like the cold? But I'm in love with the thought of doing it. Or people say to me, I think I should do Kokoda. Like, don't do it if it doesn't excite you. So it's really going to, or I think I should do that full day hike in Tasmania because everyone's been saying how great it is. But if it doesn't excite you, if it doesn't, if you don't think you can get from where you are now to where you need to be in your fitness level, then it's probably not for you, because the expectation of what you're thinking it is to where you currently are is creating a big gap. And it's that big gap that can turn you off hiking altogether, which is not a good thing, because hiking is great. Hiking is being out there with Mother Nature and letting her wrap her arms around you. So hi, Alethea, as well. No, you're not late. So hopefully this is resonating. If it's not, please let me know. So when we do showcase in a couple of weeks, on the 2nd of August, we will be outlining all of the adventures for next year, and making sure that the questions aren't left unanswered. So if you are trying to decide, is this one for you or is that one for you? We will give you that. This is who it's for. This is who it's not for. This is the type of skill you need. This is the type of gear that you need, because gear can sometimes be a factor too. Or if you don't want to do a multi-day, then here's some other things that are for you as well. You want to share that, Wendy? Wendy's from Northeast Victoria and has just returned from our Cinque Terre adventure. And Wendy's done a few adventures with us. And so glad I put the effort into training for steps, and more steps. Yep. And I don't think we can underestimate the amount of steps that's over there in the Cinque Terre. Although our Germany trip would challenge that quite a bit, I would say, as well. But, the destinations that we're going to showcase across Australia and other parts of the world have a whole lot of different landscapes and experiences, and it creates a whole lot of memories in there as well. And it's when we get to walk on foot, and we all learnt this from COVID, when we get to walk on foot and immerse ourselves in that micro environment, we actually learn a lot more about the environment, and we learn a lot more about ourselves. So Suze has a great question there. Has someone from Women's Fitness Adventures always done the adventure before we do it? Well, that's a great question. So sometimes, most of the time, yes. So when we do adventures, we have either done it, the leaders individually, or we have done it with a group. And if there is a first adventure, then I generally take that adventure. So I'm in charge. I can change it if I need to. And everybody knows that it's a first adventure. So our Pyrenees this year is a first. And sometimes those first adventures we do, and we never have the opportunity to do again. They're like gifts that have been given to us, sometimes because of the relationships that we have with the providers or our partners. Sometimes it's the locations, and we have a window to be able to go to as well. Sometimes it's some secret knowledge that we're on the inside of as well. And one of those, do I share it? Do I share it or not? That we will talk about soon, maybe, is a very special adventure to mark our 10 years. They're all special next year, but it is a Black Label adventure that I have put together that is out of this world. It makes me so excited to do, and it's not easy to get to. Well, it's easy to get to the location, but it's not easy to do. You can't do this one. You could not string this one together on your own. It is, can we all go? Well, no, we can't all go. But, as to your point, Suze, we, for example, we did Kakadu in 2018, and we did off-track full pack Kakadu in 2018, and we had a window where we were asked, did we have a group who would do this? And it is highly unlikely we will ever get back into Kakadu again because of just the different rules and regulations around Kakadu. The fluidity maybe of things that happen there, but it was the most unbelievable adventure. So it is, so when we do some that is the very first time, and you're up for adventure, then I would say jump in on that. But all the others, if the adventure's great and we have the opportunity to repeat it, we will, but sometimes they just don't happen. Kerry says, I have to agree, I don't like hiking in the heat and humidity. And that is it. It's finding your blueprint, what you do and you don't like. And you live in Victoria, so you're used to it. So you've always been wary of things like Japala, etc. Yeah, absolutely. And so defining your blueprint is one thing, are you a hot or a cold hiker? But then deciding whether you want to challenge that blueprint is another thing as well. So matching yourself to your hiking preferences, and we can get excited. I will be talking to you in Showcase, and you will get lit up with all the things that we talk about, all the places and the spaces we can go. But for some of us, it's not what is in our plans for next year. But it doesn't mean you can't take the same principles for your day-to-day hiking and, day-to-day adventure journey that you have embarked on. And a lot of it comes back to, for whatever it is, whether it's single day, multi-day, extended 10 or 11 days, is it's the pre-travel preparation. It's like looking at it and going, can I do that? Do I want to do that? Is it mine, or am I borrowing somebody else's idea? Do I have the fitness level? Do I think I can get to where I need to with the fitness level? And certainly for our members and for our adventures, if you have an adventure that you're on and you are worried about your fitness level, then we will work with you. You just have to speak up. I know our Couch to Mountain, that is exactly what we are doing. And you can come to You can book on something and then 2 months later go, "Oh, it's too hard." But, we have some amazing women inside our community who will move heaven and earth to be active and fit, and the benefits that has, and we're not superwoman, we're not running up and down hills, we're not, carrying potato sacks or anything like that on our shoulders. These women have been consistently showing up time after time, and they know that every single time they show up, they are doing something great for their body. For the next 10, 20 years, they're doing something great for their mind for the next 10 or 20 years as well. And they know that when it gets hard, they just maybe take it a little bit easier and then get back into it. They remember their why for starting. They remember their journey along the way. Every day can't be an up day, but it's really easy to back out. It's really easy to have self-doubts, to let the voices in your head and the voices on your shoulders and the chips that sit there as well tell you that you're not good enough. And it's a journey. Our Couch to Mountain program, and soon our on Showcase, the 100K Adventure Ready programs. Maybe there's one called My First Pack Hike, Full Pack Hike as well. Will step you through, and there is no better program that I have seen anywhere that will hold your hand and take you into that hiking journey like these programs. So if you have those doubts, if you have any of those thoughts going on in your head, and someone's giving you the olive branch to help you get there because that's where you really want to go, and you bail out on it, then that's on you. So I would suggest, evaluate your fitness level, evaluate what your priorities are. And if the priorities, I'm getting warm now, if the priority isn't to get yourself hiking fit, isn't to, what is the quote I heard the other day is, our fitness level determines how I want to live the rest of my life. It's not about how good we look in a bikini. It's how I want to live the rest of my life. Right? And we often joke, don't we? Some of you are on here. We do this so we don't have to walk around in our walking frames, even though we all might want to live in the same retirement village. We're doing this so that we can have the choices for the next 20 years. So it's evaluating our priorities. And when it gets hard, go back to your why. Why are you doing this? Why did you enroll in the first place? And it all makes so much difference. So Leanne says she prefers morning hikes, but have been trying afternoon. Yeah, it's working out. There's lots and lots of resources out there about where's your productive zone, where's your optimal exercise zone, all that kind of stuff. And if we start to look for patterns, if we start to look at, I know for me, my most productive time to exercise is very early in the morning. And then I come home and my most productive work time is till about 1:30 in the afternoon. And then the rest of the day can kind of do what it needs to do. But that's taken me a long time to figure out. And like today, because it didn't go to plan, I feel all out of sorts, but I know tomorrow we'll be back to normal. And all of those things about, the questions of can I, should I, would I, all disappear when you get that rhythm and you find your own routine again. So I'm going to do that there. So what we found though, when people go on hikes, either single day hikes, half day hikes, multi-day hikes, is if they feel they weren't successful, and remember success is defined, we define what our own success level is that they weren't prepared enough. Their expectation of themselves didn't match what they thought was going to happen. This is across the globe when it comes to hiking. And really, they either weren't prepared, the gear and equipment failed, or they chose the wrong adventure in the beginning. So I want everyone to think about that. I had a great question from one of you, I know you're watching, said, would you tell me if I wasn't suitable for an adventure? Absolutely we would. Absolutely we would, because we want you to love adventures, whether they're with us or with others, forever, because adventures are great and they make such a difference. So think about that as we come towards showcase. Think about, this hiking life. Is it yours? What do I need to do? And there'll be lots of things at showcase that aren't just about multi-days as well. So yeah, come to that. So just quickly switching gear, our Adventure Ready for Hiking course starts tonight. It's the second round of our course, and we've got some participants from all over the country tonight who are on a 10-week journey for their chosen adventure. And I've seen some of the adventures these women are booked into and how we help them have that really linear path to, well, linear with some moving around in it, get to be ready for their adventure, or give them the knowledge to make the decisions, take the actions to get them ready for their adventure, whenever that might be, or to start them on the path. We have Cardio Boost for our members tomorrow night, or if you're not a member, you can also book into that, but for members, it's included and included in membership. And when we talk about being prepared for adventure, the number one question we get asked is how fit do I have to be? And when we drill down to fit, the question is how cardio fit do I need to be? And cardio fit means going up hills. We know women don't like getting out of breath. They don't like puffing. We get scared of what puffing is as well. And that's where it comes to understanding our body. So that is on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. Functional fitness is back on Thursday morning and afternoon. And I cannot stress enough, whether you have a personal trainer at the gym or you attend ours or do the library, everybody needs at least 1 to 2 sessions of functional type fitness in their life to build strong muscles, to stay upright, to keep our posture, to hold our backpack on, to just step up, down, reach, bend, move elbows, all sorts of things. And if you're not doing functional fitness in any form, then, start doing it. And then, of course, Sunday morning social is on. The week's kind of got ahead of me now. I don't really know what's happening after that, but lots of stuff going on in our final book club as well next Tuesday. Final session in this week's book club. So I hope that my rambling tonight has helped you think about if you are looking at a walking or hiking holiday, or looking at taking up, another trail on a full day hike, that you do the preparation, that you think about what your expectations are, think about if there's any gap in your fitness level or skill level between what you have now and what you need to have, and that you match where you're going to match your location preferences to your hiking skills, or if there is a gap, know that you have the willingness and the time, but more so the emotional and mental commitment to get ready for that adventure, because that's where the guilt comes in. That's where we start to beat ourselves up. And really, we can do whatever we want to do. We just have to have the focus. So anyway, that is enough from me. I am going to quickly go and cook some dinner, get ready for the Adventure Ready for Hiking course, which starts in about an hour. And hopefully after that, I can jump back online and maybe get some Taylor Swift tickets. You never know. But that's it from me. If you have any further questions after the session ends, then please just pop them in the chat, or if you're a member, you can email us through or put them in the member Facebook group. But I'll be back next Monday night talking more as we move closer and closer towards showcase, just dropping to some of our adventures. And if you, I did mention Black Label, it is a once-off adventure with me to a location. If that even prompts a little bit of excitement in you, then just say, hey, Black Label to me, and we'll see how it goes. But just warning you, it's not it's a high-end adventure, put it that way. Anyway, that's it from me. And yes, good luck with Taylor Swift. Yeah, and that is one person who consistency over time has become best in world at what she does. And we can all learn from that as well. And a strong, strong woman too. But that's it from me. I look forward to catching up with you next week here on Monday Night Live. See you then.